1 year. 1 year of growth. 1 year.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Alright, so right after sectioning that hair, I'm going in right with that clipper over comb, but the reason why I'm doing it is because, well, you see my boy, he's got a lot of hair, so I'm not trying to let my clippers run through all the hair. It might pull him, but it'll hurt my clipper, so I'm trying to save my clipper a little bit, you know, so. Alright, so the first guard I'm going to use is 3 guard because it's more of a safer guard, that's what I call it, because I'm still trying to debulk his hair, but with the 3 it'll keep it still nice and dark, that way I can get that contrast, you know, so we're going to start with the 3. Now we're sitting in that bald line. It's all about the angle and the curves when it comes to the bald line. So you gotta really curve it around the ear. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now it's time for the shaver. Of course, the shaver is just gonna add more contrast to the cut, making the cut come out way cleaner. So you guys already know the deal with that. Alright, now it's time for that lever open. And you see I got my Babyless black effects, but them things were blinking. So we had to do a little bit of clipper hopping in this video. My clippers, they were dying on me. My clippers were dying on me, and my camera batteries were dying on me. This video was it was a pain. It was a pain. Now we got the red 1 guard, lever open, of course, doing a flick, and you saw that comb action, pulling down the hair, holding the hair, and flicking with the comb. A little bit of, you know, techniques, you know what I mean? Alright, so now we enter a scary territory. The half guard. Now you see, the thing about the half guard is, it's an amazing guard, don't get it twisted, but it could also be very dangerous if you're not using it right. So what I mean by if you're not using it right is, if you're using too much of the full blade, you're gonna push up the guideline. But the whole point of the half guard really is just to use the corner of the blade, that way you don't push up the guideline, because if you push up the guideline, then you can mess up the fade, and if you mess up the fade, well, then you got Alright boys, now we're prepping for the lineup, as you can't see because my arm is in the way. But now you can see. I really had to recreate this lineup, and I'm telling you, I had to bring this back. I had to pull down long hairs. I created an edge up from nothing. I'm like a next version of God. Now I'm gonna go ahead and taper that hairline down with the number 2 guard, with the grain. Personally, I know people use the 1 open or the 1.5, but I like using the 2 guard. It's just, I feel like, especially on straight hair, it leaves a nice dark tapered look rather than a really light tapered look, which I still like the tapered look, don't get me wrong, but you still need a little bit dark, you know, still a little bit of color, you feel me? I lied. Clearly I went with that 1.5 guard. Alright guys, now it's time for the lineup. Honestly, the lineup really isn't too hard unless you make it hard on yourself. It's really just about taking a step back, looking at your client's hairline, evaluating what it is and visualizing what it is you're going to do before you actually, of course, line up the hairline. That way you don't risk pushing back your client, because the last thing you're going to want to do is push your client back. The easiest way is just go like a few taps at a time until you get comfortable, and then from there just make sure everything's nice and symmetrical, and there you go, you got a crispy lineup. So I'm gonna let y'all watch this. Alright, so for the beard work, I'm going to be running a 6 guard all the way around, and of course fading it out. Well, my camera died, so we're just going to get right into the lineup. So when it comes to the lineup with the razor, the biggest key that you want to keep in mind is just making sure that you're stretching the skin, because once you stretch that skin and angle the razor properly, you should not, and I mean you should not, be cutting your client. So on the beard, we want to keep it really pretty high, so pretty natural basically. And don't worry, I see that pimple right there, so I'm gonna get it with the trimmer. Alright, now is the time y'all been waiting for. We're about to get into the after. But before we get into the after, we gotta get into the before of the after. Of the before of 1 year. 1 year of growth. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. It was definitely a crazy transformation. Let me know what y'all thought about the video, and of course this new style that I'm doing. Also, at the time of this recording, Giannis and the Bucks, they just won the NBA championship, so congrats to y'all. I'm out. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. So it's been your boy Prince Breezy. Stay breezy. I'm out. Peace.